sometimes in life, you'll come across a movie that reminds you why you love movies, that brings out emotions you hadn't felt in years, and reminds you why storytelling is such an important aspect of humanity. This movie wasn't that. This movie is a reminder that you should have gone to college, or at the very least, found a different hobby. Yeah. So Her Private Hell is a brand new Nicholas Winding Refn movie, and his movies have become a genre in themselves. They're very original, very ambitious. This guy's a visionary director. Whatever he's seeing in his head, he's really putting on the big screen, and I gotta give a lot of credit to that because there's a lot of creativity behind that, and I admire that a lot. Um, his movies have this kind of dreamscape, cloudy vibe to them. Almost all of them. They all kind of feel like an '80s music video, from Drive to The Neon Demon to Only God Forgives. And when you're being that creative and that ambitious, you run the risk of having a mixed bag of a catalog, and that's what he does. Only God Forgives is a complete mess, and I love The Neon Demon and Drive. So this one was a coin flip. It could have gone either way. And it definitely goes the other way. The movie stars Charles Melton and Sophie Thatcher, and the story, there is no story. There is no plot really, but the vague plot that there is follows Sophie Thatcher's Elle as a young actress in this futuristic city, who's making a movie to kind of make amends with her stepmother, who was also her best friend before being her stepmother, because they're almost the same age. And this movie, that's kind of it. That's a plot. So it really doesn't have a plot. Um, we're also following this like kind of boogeyman type of character named the Leatherman, who kills young girls who have been abandoned by their fathers. Yeah, this is one of those movies where something is supposed to represent something else. So while you're watching this kind of vague story being told, it all represents something else. It's all very representative. It's very, it's all an analogy. And I understand that, you know, it's kind of about how women are treated in the entertainment industry and how they're treated by their fathers. And yeah, no, there's nothing I can say about this movie that is positive. I really like the score. The score was very operatic, but then it also made it feel out of place. Like the score felt like it was meant for a bigger movie, like a bigger, scope type of movie. This is a very indie, personal movie, and it's really more of a vibe than anything else. You can't watch this movie expecting a plot, expecting compelling acting, compelling writing. This is a movie that's meant to be a vibe. You want to put it on when you're on LSD or when you're on acid. Like you want to be tripping out watching this movie. The movie kind of has a atmosphere that feels a lot like Dark Crystal, the puppet movie. It's very, very otherworldly. It's very, very, you know, it kind of I've heard people compare this to a perfume commercial. That's what it looks like, and I can agree. This does look like a commercial for something else. It doesn't feel like a movie, and when you have an hour and 30-minute runtime, 40-minute runtime, this movie drags and drags. The pacing is abysmal, and I think I looked at my phone a full 4 times trying to see how much longer we had in the movie. Because again, when you don't have a story and you don't really have like chapters in the movie, you can't tell when this movie is gonna end. We get to a third act sequence that kind of comes out of nowhere. It hasn't really been built up, and then it kind of makes no sense. It kind of feels like a dream that he had, that he tried to remember and put on the big screen, but the dream makes no sense. Like, it goes nowhere. We have this symbolism that is stupid. It feels like it feels like a art films student art film that was made by, some 19-year-old with no budget. I mean, it has a budget. It's very high quality, but that's what it feels like. It was made by. Like, it doesn't feel like a movie. I I no. I almost wanted to walk out, but I feel like I had to sit through the whole thing to be able to give a solid opinion that and solid review that you should not watch this movie if you want to watch a movie. If you want to, put on something in the background while you're on drugs, go for it. This is the movie to do it with. But not if you're trying to watch a movie. No. Yeah, can't recommend it. Acting is weird. None of it appealed to me. Maybe I'm the wrong demographic. I understand if that's the case, but I really, if you saw this movie and you have a different opinion, please put it in the comments. I want my mind to be changed. I want to be, you know, not argued against, but I want to hear a compelling, other side of this, because this movie just did not do it for me. And that's it for this review. There's no other. I'm gonna go finish that vodka bottle because no, this wasn't it. I want my time back. I want my hour and 40 minutes back. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.